Carrying dreams across the waters. From the motherland, we cross the seas. Chasing hope, chasing destiny. Life was heavy, the load was strong.
Hello, 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 our audience, beautiful people. I don't know most of you that listen to this music. This music's our introductory music so much resonates to our today's topic, and this is basically for Africans in diaspora. The music said we are chasing destiny, we are chasing goal, living motherland. So our different diaspora nation, yes. And like I said, this topic today very much resonates to this our music. So welcome everyone, and thank you once again for your loyalty, connecting with us as we come or watching us as a replay. You are so very much dearly loved and appreciated. So today's topic here, like I said, is for hi, Maria Mosinley, just following from my Paige, I appreciate you. Always on whenever I'm on. I appreciate you. So this topic today is for Africans in diaspora and a desire for early retirement. Anyway, before we dive into it, it's a discussion panel, my people. So sit back, get your water, get your drink, whatever thing that is cool and comfortable for you, given the weather where you are, and then listen in because definitely you will gain good nuggets and points, and the best of it all, the business that will lead you into early retirement and that you can pass on. So before I start, let me sweetly introduce myself. As you can see, I have my beautiful sisters and CEO and business partners, always in a glamorous presentation in their faces and health wise. So my name is Lady Angie, and I'm originally from Nigeria, but based in the United States, and citizen of the United States. I'm a mother of three adorable children, and I'm a healthcare administrator by profession and a proud digital business owner looking forward to early retirement. And I hope this will resonate with you. So, having said that about myself, let me pass it on to my beautiful sisters in Belgium. Here comes to you, Sister Salome. Please introduce yourself to our beautiful audience as they look forward to hearing how they themselves can retire or start planning to retire early.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from my side to your side according to your time zone. How are you all doing? Happy New Week and happy Monday. I believe this week will be a prosperous week for us, and whatever we are doing, God will prosper it in Jesus' name. My name is Siriben Salome Otisi. I am a mom, a wife, originally from Nigeria. I based here in Belgium with my family, a healthcare worker by profession, and also a proud digital business mentor. Thank you so much for joining us, and just grab your seat and your drink. Hopefully, our topic will resonate with you tonight, and just give us your listening ear. Thank you so much. Back to you, sis.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Sister Salome. That was so lovely of you. So over to you, Sister Blessing. And by your name, we are all blessed too.
Amen. Hello, my wonderful family, my audience, my friends and well wishers, and my beautiful passers-by. This is the voice of Blessing Eloms and the sound of choice in action. A Nigeria by birth, a Belgium by choice, and a digital owner by deliberate decision. And today, we are going to talk about one of my whys, one of the things that made me at my age, my state, with my bank account full with money paid from 9 5, I still decided to do something because I want to retire early and go and enjoy my life. What about you?
Yes, 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 my people, Africans in diaspora. We all left our motherland for a greener pasture. That's why I kind of like our introductory music. left, cross oceans, cross deserts, cross everywhere. Why? Just for a greener pasture to live a better life. And once upon a time, we used to be told that go, hard work, get education, get the best of the job, and then you make it. But at the end of the day, my people, you and I know that yes, when we do all that, what bears the brunt? Your body. Your body, because even given the cost of living and everything rising, people are doing two jobs. Those days are over. We talked about it in our previous engagement, where how come that is not two incomes in the house, and yet heads are not still, I mean, finances are not still panning out well, unlike in the days of our parents, where mothers are home and father goes to work and we live well. But in this generation, it's not what it is. So we are here, my people, Africans in diaspora, to tell you that yes, you can still live that lifestyle. You can retire early. You can plan towards your retirement and still retire early without you compromising your health and getting two or three, four jobs combined together. And at the end of the day, you don't even enjoy it when you retire because you're in one pain or the other. So that's why our topic today is about early retirement. So I'm going to be throwing the questions out and we're going to be deliberating on it. And you, the audience, please feel free to join us in the comments and putting your own opinion or questions towards what we are discussing and how we here at the panel have found the business that resonates to our desire to retire early. So having said that, I come to ask, like, what are your plans to retiring early or towards retirement? Because there's a saying that says, if you fail to plan, then that means you plan to fail when you retire. So in order not to fall into that category, you plan ahead in everything you life in life. We plan ahead and pray that we live to attain what we plan and then enjoy it. So I trade to my panelists now that what is your plan towards your retirement? Sister Blessing.
My beautiful audience, to be sincere, my plan is to check that every month that the government take the small thing that they're supposed to take to put for my climate, what they call it pension plan in Belgium, where I live. And I mandatorily make my bank to also take small thing to put away for my pension. Because I am planning to work till 100 years so that I will be able to get a big pension from in a country that I landed in my 30s. So is it not a good plan for me? You want to clap for me? Well, so you can imagine how much that can yield me to really retire. Eh? So I will be working till 100 years to really make some amount of millions, if ever, so that I can enjoy my life from 101. And that was my plan, my sisters and brothers. That was it. That was what I was told. You are now working. I be okay. Make sure that they remove this, they remove this, they remove this, so that your take home might be a little bit big. Because if you wait for the government take home during your pension, you might not even get up to $1,500. So I started removing. Tell
And
me,
if I may ask you, Sister Blessing, in
yeah.
this your own investment towards your retirement and the government investment towards your retirement, are they taking tax towards your savings, or this will be after when you retire that you'll be paying tax on this? Because, like
My
I said
dear,
earlier, this is the mentality we are told:
thank
work
you so
hard,
much.
save, invest. How will that help your retirement?
Thank you so much for that question. I wish that what they are taking away, that at the end of the day, they will still give you to me how much they have saved. I will be happy now. They will say slash it into it.
So that is what we Africans they call say, monkey the wall, babu the chop.
Yes. Let's assume they managed to save. Let's assume they managed to save 5,000, because as I'm speaking with you now, my government saving is not even up to 2,000. And so let's assume that at the end of my working year, if I will work till 67, they managed to save 5,000 or 10,000. Let me pray high. They save 10,000. I'm telling you, if I go home with 6,000, I am among the women the most blessed, because this my country here. Natas be our mineral resources. Don't say that I say though. So my sister, that was my plan to retire. But when my body starts teaching, making me know, say, are you sure you're going to work to 67 years? Are you sure you're not going back to Africa to start begging for bread? I say, go for me. You know, and I know that's what they do. So that's why I plus otherwise. That's why
All
my
right then. All right, that's
I joined.
awesome. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that resonate with your stories too. So now let's hear from Sister Salome what her own plan is towards retiring, because I believe you also have a full-time job. Do you intend to stay till the 67 or 70 now that they are pushing it to be in America here? My goodness, can you imagine working to 70 years old? My.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's a good question. You know, I was laughing when Sister Blessing is just narrating her own story. Unfortunately, it's the same here with me. You know, they told us the same ways. You know, save for pension, save for this, save for that. We are busy doing that. I myself am doing it, you know. But the problem is not even the the money they will give me back after how many years they said it's 67 or whatever it is. But the main concern I have is that, you know, every year they will write us a letter. They wrote for me last year, they said that I should be working till 2045. I was like, sure. I was like, sure. 20, that was not my plan at all, you know. And immediately I start to calculate my age from now and my age then before I will go to pension. And what will I get? That one is not even, I don't even want to start there, because until I reach there, I will know if they will collect tax or not. But as far as I'm not there yet, you know, our government, nothing goes for nothing, right? After everything, they will just calculate a minus and tell you exactly what belongs to you. Actually, I decided that life was not going to be me. You know, when I saw that 2045, then I start counting my fingers. You know, there was a number you will just see like this. I was shocked. I said, okay, I'll start counting my age and the number I saw there. I was like, no, this is not me. Even if I'm not planning to travel back to my country, you know, to stay there, at least I got to pay bills. I got to eat. I got to pay for the rent. I got to pay for electricity and all this, working till that year and receiving less than $2,000 or $3,000. Oh no, it's not acceptable. You know, then that was the moment I said, okay, although I've already planned to build it, I was like, okay, no, they were not gonna meet me there. That one will be like plus. I am building now for my future. When I will
That's so
finally get
great.
there, when I
That's so
finally get
great.
there, one will be
Amen.
like a change to surplus it for me not to regret. Because I know I got no family here, I got no foundation here, I got no business. My father, my generation left for me. I have to build it for my children. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now, so that my
That's
children will
good.
not pass through what I'm going through now, right? Because most of them, they were managing their businesses from their grandfathers, great grandfathers, and it's still there, generation to generation. Maybe they may not feel it, even though some of them that doesn't have generational income, they still feel the same way the immigrants felt. Don't get me wrong, this rules is for everyone. But now, the moment I notice this plan does not suit my plan, it's not what I pray for, I decided to build, not only for myself and also for my family, so that they will be a little bit stable. You know, try to teach them how to invest, how to earn, not to depend on their salary alone. Like my sister said, they must, sometimes they pay good, but it's not enough for future. It's like now, and they know what they are doing. The more you get, the more they cut it off, right? Even if they did not cut it off, at the end of the year, you will pay more than expected. You will just thinking that, oh, thank God, I just get a lottery. No, no way. They count every cent.
And I guess that is what we African call that babu they walk and monkey, or monkey they walk, babu they chop.
they talk.
It
Exactly.
Even
once upon a
if I
time.
may say something, you
Mm-hmm.
know, there's one question I ask myself, and let me throw it to the viewers now. Let me ask you, if your work stopped today, how many months could you survive? You know, there was a point in my working, I'm still working full time as a nurse, but there's a point I asked myself that question. That was the point I started having some, exhaustion, burnout. And I asked myself, if this, whatever is happening to me now, lead to the stoppage of my job, how many months will I survive?
Exactly.
And
Because
that
the
is the
Don't
government
question
will
it?
for
not
most
Yeah.
Africans. We
right.
we Africans. That is the question of. But that is majority of
Yes,
the thing. Safe haven is to get 2 3 jobs. Just to buttress on what Sister Salome said, because that happens to be my own cue too to get something doing, which I believe I've said it on this panel too a couple of times, that I was just like I said, I'm a health administrator, and I wake up very early in the morning, I run to work, I run back, and on call 24/7. Just one afternoon I was just relaxing, and here in North America there's a thing we call social security. Social Security sends out letters to tell you, just like it said 2045 and stuff like that. That's what they send to you for you to know what you'll be earning, what you'll be paid when you reach a
yeah,
certain stage. My panelists, my sisters, when I opened up this thing, I saw it, I said, really? 30 something years of working for someone, with them claiming that they are putting towards my retirement. I looked at my own company retirement. I looked at Social Security retirement. Combination of both my panelists, my audience, is less than 5,000. And I'm like, really?
your own is even good, Sister Angela. Let me
At least
just
you're
chip in
sure
there.
of what you're
My
getting. We
own
are not
was
yet
my
sure.
own, my own was what they
This
will
was
pay
what I
is
said to myself.
one
With
thousand
high
hundred
cost of
only.
living, you can't survive this.
1,100 in 2024. In
Wow.
2045, 1,100. I said to myself, am I crazy? After all
No,
these
by
previous
20
jobs.
by 2045, it will become 100,000
Yeah,
I, I,
1,100.
my people, you know the funny part of it. I took this letter. I went to the Social Security office and I asked them, and I'm like, look at the gross of my income, and look at what you guys are paying me. Guess what the response is? That is the max they pay everybody in that bracket level. And I'm like,
Okay.
Ezioku. Ha! I said, really? I just quietly said thank you, and I turn around and I'm like, God, there should be a way and a position and something for
Exactly.
one to do,
do
because
you know that even in my profession now, with all the degrees I acquired back home and here, no matter no matter how many years I work, there is, in short, I have reached the place where, even if there is a, how do they call it here, even if there is an increment in indexing tomorrow,
It will not
it
reflect.
may not, it may no longer affect my salary.
It will not reflect.
The only thing that can be affecting my salary now is how many hours I put and how many hours I reduce. So
Yeah.
that means, with my qualification and with everything I'm getting from government, I am already reaching my maximum. I am already reaching
No,
my
you have
maximum.
already reached it. You have already reached your
Well,
maximum.
okay, let me give myself a little hope. So let's assume I reach it finally in 3 years. So the next 17 years or 10 years I'm gonna work, I'm on a call it tempo.
Fixed
So
salary.
index has no longer impact on me. And remember, the cost of living will continue to rise. And remember, if I still retire at 67, the cost of living will continue to rise. If I don't pay my house, if I don't finish my mortgage, bank can also boot me out.
Mm-hmm,
And if I
mm-hmm.
don't have a transport to go back to Africa, then I become a homeless at that age. Think
can you
about
imagine?
it,
And it's
viewers.
it's it's very frightening, my people, my Africans in diaspora. And unfortunately, all this thing we are discussing and kind of making a little bit fun out of it is reality of life.
Mm-hmm.
It is reality of life, so
Exactly.
that's why we come out virtually every other day to let our other Africans, immigrants in diaspora know, it's good to work, but don't put all your energy in serving whoever company you're working for now. There's nothing as good as having your own business. So having said that, let me go back again to you, Sister Blessing. Well, let's talk about education. Yes, like I said earlier during the introduction, we were told growing up, go to school, get education, get the good job, and start living your middle class or elite class life. But what happens after the education or the job is over? What will the education, the certificate you got, the degree do for your children, the generation that you're going to leave behind?
Okay, I will tell you what he does. You know, if you are somebody like me that have a little time to watch home video, like that, African Nollywood, you what your education does when you have pension and sitting down on that your rocking chair, and you tell yourself, your children or grandchildren, oh, I was once the best engineer in my country, I was once the best nurse in the hospital where I work. It becomes I was once. That is what those certificate does. It becomes I was once. It becomes a past tense, because you cannot give it to any of your grandchildren to go and work, because maybe at that stage your children are already, no matter your PhD you batch, it becomes I was once. You cannot give it to anybody to go and work, because if you give those certificates to anybody, it becomes impersonation. It becomes a crime. And that is where people now are waking up, because the world is changing. Income
Absolutely.
has changed. Wealth
Absolutely.
creation has changed. And one
I, ha-
of
I
the
have
biggest
I
shift
have I
now
have a
is,
friend that
yeah,
said to me that while education is good, it is a white man's fraud. So having
yeah.
said that, having said that, Sister Salome, please, can you join in this conversation and let me hear from you your opinion about not that we are discrediting degree, but what is the what's the word I'm looking for now? What is the importance of that degree if it cannot be like a legacy, or if it cannot be handed over to someone else? Like the business we are promoting now, telling people it's good to get a degree, but at the end of the day, let your degree yield a legacy business that you can live for your family. So let me hear you too, because I know you're a professional yourself and you went to school and you have children you're training through school now. In training them through school, how is the education, the degree, and the title you have? Like now, Sister Blessing says she's a registered nurse. That's just a title. After you retire from that business company you're working at, you're just an ex-employee. So, Sister Salome, please, the education. How will you encourage one to dab into it? And if they dab into it, how will it help them after their work to create a legacy? Or would you
Um,
agree with my friend that says education or to getting a loan to go to school is a white man fraud? Let me hear your opinion.
Anyway, I can relate to that. If your friend said that, I said yes. But in the other way, like my sister said, you cannot use someone's diploma to put as a legacy, because your name is not written there. You are not the one that read that course, okay? Everything that person's read is on his or her own brain. So for my children, as of now, I am telling my children, whatever you do, make sure that it's related to investment. Go to school, get your certificate, no problem, because you need it. Secondly, the world are going digital. Make sure that you use the same certificate and apply it on something that will be giving you money, generating money when you are asleep. For example, if you learn about computer analysis or whatever, you can do online course on it. It's the same certificate, but it's also providing another source of income in the other way around. Knowing fully well that your generation will not end it cannot pass it to your generation, but whatever you teach your children through your certificate is there. and then learn it, even if they don't have the certificate of it. So what is this? What does that mean? They might have their certificate of study, whatever they want to study, but try not to base on your salary. Learn how the money can work for you. Whatever you get, invest it. If in fact, I cannot even believe that I'm saying this to them, that don't even put money in the bank in the name of savings account. Use it, invest, no matter how. The money that is not working for you is the money that's already have already
His value.
lose value, because it's there for you. The bank can use it for their own benefit. At the end, what are they going to give you? Nothing. It's better you use it to invest in the next 5 years, 4 years, and then let it to be matured. From there, you will start. And whatever thing you are doing, make sure that it's something you can benefit online, because everything is going online now. If you are a teacher, make sure that you have the access to be able to teach others online and make extra income. So that's the only way the certificate can help them. When people know that they are professional teacher, they have a degree for that, they will listen to them more, to like to collaborate with them and work with them. They cannot just compare it with someone that just randomly want to teach children online or whatever, that doesn't have experience or certificate of that. That's the only gain the certificate can give to them. When your children are watching you doing what you are doing, for example, as I'm doing this now, my children are watching me. Last year, was it last year or early this year, I was trying to post something. I was like thinking for a word, something to say on camera. My younger son of 11 years old picked that phone. She picks my phone. Hello, I started talking to my audience. My mother do the digital business. My mother want to tell you about it and how it works. Please, can you listen to her? Sorry.
You got your PRO there. That's awesome.
Yes. And that
Because
thing
they're
just,
learning from you too.
yeah, that thing motivated me. The business you can learn how to earn online without as extra income and without wasting much. He was the one that introduced that my business a little bit. I was like, huh, sure, you know.
So that's why they say that be careful what you do or what you say around children, because
Yes,
they pick up fast. So having
yes,
said that, as I see you referencing online business, that brings me to my next topic. So my beautiful sisters and CEOs, having said all of this, why what is it called? Our plan for retirement and why education is good, but at the end of the day, you don't pass it on, so you need to do something else and something better. Given this Gen Z or millennium generation that we are right now, which I also said, talked a little bit about when we started this panel, is online business. Like, can you now relate this to your own, to the online business that we are doing? We know that there are so many online business out there, but this our automation and our attractive marketing business. Can you let the audience know how this one is different and how it's so well working and helping towards our early retirement, in the sense that we're still doing the job, and because of the convenience and the easy learning of this our online business by our proven system, how can anybody interested to hearing us or listening to us now or later will want to join the business? How can they come on board using this
Yeah,
online business? Because like I said, everybody is busy, nobody have the time to sit down and do anything, but this is where this business is different. We call it business, but it's individual. Can you
yeah,
let the audience know how that favor and are working towards our own early retirement?
yeah. So my beautiful audience, I will let me just drive one point to our head now. You see, a job is very good. None of us here is saying that you should not work. But remember, a job gives you an active income. But a business builds long-term income plus legacy. And while we are talking about this with retirement, we know that you are working, because there's no diaspora that come to these countries that wouldn't want to work. If you don't work, well, how will you survive? But we are presenting to you a digital business, structured, organized in a way you can comfortably put it inside your pocket. I did not say your handbag, eh? It is so small, you can put it inside your back pocket, your trouser pocket, eh? And still go to your 9-5 and still run it. And when you are in that your 9-5, you put hand inside that, when you, on your break, you now put hand inside that your back pocket, you bring out your business, then you open it, you use that 30 to 1 hour break that you have, you do something. And when the clock say back to work, you're shocking it again. Imagine that, a business you can carry in your back trouser pocket everywhere you go. And why is that possible, you may ask me? It is because it has been built down. And that's why, if you ask me, I will say my business is like a business in a bus, where everything that you need to succeed in it is already built for you. You are not coming to be robotic, but the standard, the structure, the model has been laid down for you. And you get training so that now and then you get your head equipped with what is happening, what is trending, and you learn it, and you bring it back into your business and you scale. And that training will teach you how you can manage your time, your leisure, and your business. This is the only job that I don't call it a job, but since you're doing two things, this is the only type of business that I see you can run it along even on vacation. How many of you takes your work to vacation? I don't think anybody would like to do that, but this is your vacation. Is I will advise you to sleep, because if you do not sleep, you might also be running it in your dream. So it
It
is
does
well
run in the
okay.
sleep. It does run in the sleep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so
So
you
let
know
me,
you have to
hold your
sleep.
thoughts there 1 minute. Let me hold the thoughts there 1 minute so I can hear from Sister Salome before
Yeah.
we draw a conclusion of the whole thing we just talked about this afternoon for our African in diaspora that are hardworking and desiring to retire early. Sister Salome, please. How is
uh, our,
our business
okay, continue.
going to help any of our African person that is helping you? How can you introduce you to our African person that is working so hard and yet longing for retirement? Early one.
Yeah, our people. Hmm. You know, we have to tell ourselves the truth. In diaspora, suffering is so much. Hallelujah. Why did I speak in my dialect? So that you will understand me very well. If you're looking for early retirement and you are working like me, I'm still doing my full-time job, don't get me wrong. It's time for you to start building now, especially when you are over 40 years. Start building a legacy. And when you are building that legacy, remember your retirement. There is no way on earth you will receive the same amount that people that was born here in America, in Europe, in Asia, that started working at their early 20s. You cannot receive the same amount with them. Remember, we traveled all the way from our countries, not only Nigeria, all the whole Africa, and we find ourselves in abroad just for greener pastures, like my sister said already. And we are here for better life, not to suffer. And sometimes what we meet here, what we jammed here, is not what we are expected. It's not what was in our mind when we are packing our load, selling our father's land, properties, to get a
Excited
visa
to come to the
ticket.
Igbo diaspora.
Yes. And when we find ourselves here, the life tells us, sit down, cool down, take ice water first. then you start. Especially people that find themselves the country, they have to first of all learn the language before to do any other thing. Look, you are not alone. I have been here. In this country, we speak Dutch. I know what I'm saying. And you are working and you are looking for retirement. My dear sister, that job will not give you that retirement you are looking for. If you don't believe me, continue. Double shift will not give you that retirement you are looking for. Unless you were born and brought up here. Maybe you have a hope. What that will give you that retirement and the legacy is for you to have a business that will work for you when you are sleeping. Another source of income. Why are the rich men remain rich and the poor people remain poor? Because rich men has even 7 streams of incomes all over the world that generated money when they are asleep. They think fast. They take risk. In fact, they execute the action. But poor people always said, no, it's too much. No, it's not for me. How will I do it, my dear? It's time for us to start building. We will not, don't wait until 2 or 3 years before the pension. Otherwise, it's already hit you hard. Start to build a business like you call your own. Like our business will give you that opportunity from 5th, 8th generation. Your children will inherit it. You can transfer it to them. Even though you are still alive and you are tired of being in the front of the camera, posting content, believe me, when you start it, they know what you are doing more than you. When they will start taking over from you, they will modify it to the new digital modern generation. They will even post, AI is everywhere now. Most of us don't know how to handle AI very well, but these children knew it more than us. Imagine a children of this generation of AI handling the business you hand over to him or her, how he or she will transform it to something beautiful. That you yourself will be wondering, did this thing exist? I did not notice it. Why? Their generation is quite different from our generation.
Absolutely.
And they can adapt every time, learn more, even multiple languages at the same time. So if you're above 40 or even 35, start building now a legitimate business that will give you that hope you are looking for, that you can pass through your children. You will not even wait until you can even pass it when you are still alive, flesh and blood. So it's for you now to choose what you want. If you want to be working double shift till the age of 40 and still don't even have even a plot of land in Africa to be proud of it, even the one you built or you have there, you not even take a holiday to go and visit and relax, is for you. Or you want to work, like my sister said, where you can travel with your business, travel wherever you want to go and still enjoy life. By the time you spend working with your time, it's possible. This business will give you that because you are not alone. Everything you need is there for you just to take action, execute it, you will get it. And remember, it's not get rich quick. Any business that will work for you, that will give you legacy, you have to build it. It's not quick business will give you that legacy, because anything that comes quick will go quick. Whatever you get in 1, 2, 3 will just vanish 1, 2, 3. Whatever you build for yourself, whenever it's trying to scramble, you can still rebuild it again because you know the strategies to build it. Everything stick here. So take your time and start now. That's what I want to say. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. I'm also another to add to that one, because wherever company you're working with or for right now, you must have invested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30 years in that company. So if you can take your time, inconvenience yourself, leave your home, go to your job, from one job to the other or on the same job, working and covering 2, 3 shifts, my people, it's just for bill payment. That is not living. That is not living motherland. That is not crossing the ocean, crossing the desert to come to a diaspora. That is, I don't want to use the word suffering, but I guess for a lack of better word, that is suffering, not enjoying. Because back home in my motherland, I don't
Yeah.
think you go through all that stress, but whatever the situation, whatever the reason that made you sell your father line, your mother line, like my sister said, look into that. And then you want to give back to that father, to that mother, to the community that is sold the land, to come to diaspora. Now, people, those days are over. That was what I started the meeting with this afternoon.
Yeah.
Go to school, get education, do all that. Don't get me wrong, it's not something bad. It's good to get educated so that you can hold matured and reasonable conversation with people. But the days are over when education is the one that gives you legacy. Because at the end of the day, unless without education you start your own business, but as long as you're still titled employee, irrespective of the title that follows it, CEO, MD, BD, ED, whatever thing that follows, as long as you're still in under somebody else's business, private, government, local government, my people, that is not a legacy business. That is why we're coming here to let you guys know that yes, you can use two stones to kill a bird. I am a professional. I am still
Yeah.
working currently. So are sisters, they're working currently. So don't get it wrong. Always saying like sisters, like Africans in diaspora, like immigrants, there's hope, there's opportunity, there's another way. You can be at the allied position. The allied position are very few because the majority at the poverty level and middle class level feel comfortable or afraid to leave their comfort zone. My people in the diaspora, leave that comfort zone. You already left motherland, cross 7 oceans or more to come here. Take another leap of faith. Start this business. It does not infringe or disturb what you're doing right now. You go to educate, go to school, fine, get the education. But in getting education, get wisdom, get understanding, and then push yourself further to start a business in your own name. And again, online business is taking over. AI is taking over services now. I was listening to news one day when somebody says going to education to become a lawyer, become a doctor, become an accountant, become a teacher, whatever these things, those are the job of AI now. So it was encouraging people to say, do business, go learn a handcraft like plumbing, like electrical work, like a bricklayer. He said, these are the people. We're even braiding hair. I saw something on Facebook where you put the machine and it braid your hair fully. So I don't know where my people braiding hair is going to fall into. But jokes apart, my people from in diaspora, you can retire early in this our business. And these are that is what we call it non-digital business. And I always emphasize and want to bring data in logistics into it because everything is number logistic. We have over 277,000 people counting in this online business. If it's not a scam, this business cannot scam 277,000 people plus. That include lawyers, that include accountants, that include dentists, that include architects. My sister joined me here and to name it. Even my sister sitting out there, she's a registered nurse, and a majority of registered nurses that started this business finally resigned and now running their business wholeheartedly. And this business, you run it in your own way. You determine what you want. Like my sister says, it's not get rich quick. So if you can take your time to go to somebody else's business and invest 10, 20, 30 years of your own youthful time, all I challenge you to do or advise you to do, look at the panel here. You see our website. Connect to each and every one of us or anyone that you choose, or put in a comment of anyone that is in your view and say early retirement, and we will forward you information of what to do. And trust me, step by step training will be introduced to you. You'll
Mhm.
be welcome into this global Facebook community of ours. You are never alone. Loneliness is far in this business. Like I said,
Mhm.
these are my sisters in Belgium, and I'm in New York. And here we are connected to this business and we're living it and living. They say somebody's testimony, you cannot argue it. They have said it,
Mhm.
we have said I've said my, and it resonates. At the end of the day, it's into this business. So my African people in diaspora, Don't overwork yourself in the name of, oh, it's state job, it's government job, it's federal job, it's this job. So then you want to do 3, 4, 5 jobs. You are only killing yourself, because by the time you retire, where's the health to enjoy it?
That's
But
Mm-hmm.
true.
with one, you can
Yeah.
retire early and still have that agile health. You don't
Mm-hmm.
buy the products to resell. It's
Mm-hmm.
either the product or the service, either or. This is, I don't even know, this is a business that you cannot even compare to any other business.
Mm-hmm.
So don't stay in your comfort zone and say, oh, there's scammers, there's scammers. My people, that's why we say connect with any of us here. You see our website, watch the webinar. The webinar is sent to you. And subsequent webinar will be sent to you for you to know more about this business and make your own decision. You are smart. Africans are smart, my people. But don't turn your smartness to dullness that you overwork yourself and beat down yourself. You still want to be in your 60s. Like I said, America, they're saying they're trying to push retirement age to 70.
Did they, Chris?
If you reach 70, how many more days? I don't know if it's a
I
year. How
wonder.
many days you get left where you want to enjoy it?
The grace that God have given us, they want to take it away with work. Am I?
You know, you know. So my people, my African in diaspora, my immigrants, please don't settle down for just social security and pension, because you are worth more than that. From the heavens of heavens that send you to this world, you are worth more than that.
Exactly.
Connect with either of us, and we will link you for you to come in first. Take a look. Don't do window shopping. Go in and
Mm-hmm.
do the shopping. This business is like coming in, buying what you want. Go check it out. If you don't like it, you bring it back and you get your money. That is this business.
Yeah.
We have 30 days refundable membership fee,
Guarantee.
right, my sister?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
Guarantee,
30
yeah.
days refundable membership fee, and that
Yeah.
Yeah.
membership fee is for you, like you somebody that go to Macy's or this store to buy something. You're going to pay and take that thing home. Go check out that. If you reach home, say you don't like that thing, what do you do within the return courtesy time given to you? If you return it, they'll take it back. No argument. Your money given back to you. The same thing with this our business.
Mm-hmm.
To connect, you pay the 149 that they ask you to pay. You'll be introduced to many more videos for you to see and hear testimonies of people and know more about this business, how it is
Mm-hmm.
run, and how you make your money. If at the end of the day, within 30 days, you don't like it, it's 30 days. But I always tell my mentees or my leads, make it 25 or 28.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to contact any of us. The same where you go to put in to pay for it, connect it, and before you drop your mouse, you get a notification that your money is refunded. So that shows how legit it is. There's no handicappy there, is there handicappy or handicanty, whatever they call it in it. It is a straightforward business. So my people,
Mm-hmm.
check it. Sister Salome, anything to round it up? Then Sister Blessing,
Just
God
wrap it.
conclusion to us.
You did well. You did
Yeah.
well. Let's close
I
it.
will just
Yes.
I will just add, my beautiful people who have said it all. I just want you to remember, retirement or working is just an active money they are paying you. Remember that at the back of your mind. I'm not going to add or remove from what our sisters have said. Retirement is not an age, it is a financial decision. So
Mm-hmm.
start building today, so tomorrow you can live with more freedom. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
audience, African in diaspora. People say use your tongue and count your teeth. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.